going to speak about craniosacral therapy. I'm a certified craniosacral therapist, and it comes from holistic health, and it's a very gentle and soft treatment. I'm going to take you through today first about the history of craniosacral therapy. And then I'm going to share what the therapy does to your body and how the treatment works and about the treatment. And what can you treat? And finally, I'm going to share my personal experiences with my clients on this treatment. So first, a little bit about the history. Craniosacral therapy comes from osteopathic medicine. And it was a man that named Mr. Still that was behind this method. And he lived in the 1800th century. And one of his students that was called William Garner Sutherland, he put a lot of work to develop this method. From 1920 till his death, 1954, he really dug into this method and the mechanics around this treatment. And this is both a physical and a physiological treatment. And it includes the cranium and the sacrum, I have here, and its relationships to the bones, the hip bones. And then it's the meninges, I think it's called, and the brain and the spinal cord and the cerebrospinal fluid and its circulation. Sutherland found that these parts together create an own closed system that we call the craniosacral system. And this system has rhythmic flow movements exactly as the cardiovascular system. Sutherland also discovered that it was possible to influence craniosacral system with different treatment techniques. And I have learned during my education about 220 different kind of techniques. So it's a lot. The name of the treatment, it comes from the cranium and sacrum, craniosacral. So both of those names is in the name of the method because it's here we concentrate a lot in the treatment. What does the therapy to your body? Sutherland, he developed the craniosacral therapy to more than just the cranium, the spine, and the sacrum. So today we know that we can help the body to a normal state of tension, even in other tissues, like connective tissues, vertebrae in the back, joints, and muscles and organs. We, as a therapist, we also have detailed knowledge of how the structures are interconnected by connective tissue and why an imbalance in one part of the body can affect another part. The last year of Sutherland's life, he developed and explored these slow rhythms of the body that he called the breath of life. And we as therapists call this the primary respiration, and it is this slow wave movement. About the treatment and how a treatment works. I, as a craniosacral therapist, I have detailed knowledge about the body's structure and all the body structure, how those interact with each other as a whole. We see the body as a whole. We don't focus just on one area. We see the body, it's all connected. And we are also trained to register with our hands. I only work with my hands and I put them on your body. And it's very, very small and subtle movements that I feel in your body. And to be able to feel these small movements, I have to have a very light pressure. I can't press hard on the body because then the system will close up. So it's very, very light pressure I put with my hands. A completely healthy body expresses micro movements in its tissues, but in an unhealthy body, these movements are limited. And the imbalance can eventually turn into physical symptoms, or emotional stress. It can be experienced as an tension in muscles, pain, or an inflamed joint or a strained organ. I feel with my hands if the liquid and the tissues don't move like they should do. And then I support the body to come back to a normal rhythm. During this process, the blood flow increases in a locally area, and the body is given the opportunity for a neurological and lymphatic and biochemical healing process. This creates opportunity for the body to start to heal itself. Craniosacral therapy is not only a physical treatment, it also has a mental and emotional effect. So it's all these three. Every human being has his own life history, and we can carry on fear, anxiety, worry, stress, all that can be built up in the body. And when it comes to the emotionally expressions, clients can feel this, that these emotional expressions, they decrease under a treatment. They can feel much calmer, and they can get a better sleep. They get a lower stress level. Yeah, that's normally what the clients tell me about, except from if they have some pain, it could relieve the pain in some parts of the body too. So yeah, it's different from person to person how the treatment takes, and it's that with all kind of treatments. And I'm really for this, that nobody shall do a treatment just because somebody say this is so good for you, because you have to feel by yourself what feels right for you. So I don't think everybody is gonna take the same treatment. It's up to you to feel what's aligned with you. So what can you treat? You can treat a lot of those problems that may arise in your body and psyche. Some examples could be headache, shoulder, neck and back problems, joint problems, whiplash injuries, chronic pain, and it could be if you have a hard time concentrate, and stomach problems, depression, sleep disorders, stress-related problems. There are many things that this treatment can be good for. And craniosacral therapy can be used as a preventive form, or treat an ongoing problem, or as a rehab. Finally, I'm gonna give some example from my own experience with my clients, what I have helped them with. The most common thing is calming down the nervous system that I help my clients with. When I put my hands on their body, I can directly feel if the body is stressed. And then I support the body, like I said before. And one thing I do when I feel that the body is stressed, it is focus on one of our cranium nerves that's called number 10, vagus nerve. The vagus nerve, maybe you have heard about that. It's very, very good to focus on that when you are in a high stress level. The body is there, because if you are a lot in fight and fly, you have to calm down the nervous system, and this vagus nerve helps really with that. So I know how this nerve moves in or is in the body, and this is so special. We have 12 cranium nerves in our cranium, and most of them stay in the cranium. They have 2 nerve fibers each, one on the right side and one on the left side. But some goes down the neck and out to the shoulders. And the vagus nerve is so special because that's the only nerve, cranium nerve, that goes deep down in the body. It goes all the way down to the upper part of the large intestine. So it's really special. But I can really feel when I treat people in this way, with the calming down the nervous system, that the body really comes down to a more relaxed state. So it's really beautiful. One person I had that came to me that had tinnitus, and after a few sessions it was gone. I have had a person with migraine. I have had one lady that came that I remember. She had a frozen shoulder and she could only lift her arm like this. And after 3 sessions with me, she could move it all the way up. So it's really beautiful when you can help people in this way. I love that. And I remember one young lady, I think she was 23. She had a broken disc in her back and she could hardly straight her back up. She walked like this, and she came to me. I helped her with a couple of sessions, and then she didn't come back. So she called and said that she was fine. So it's amazing to see what I can do for people. I love this method, but I want to finish up this session with saying that I'm humble enough to not say that I can cure anyone, but I know I can do a lot for the client by supporting them towards self-healing. Thank you for listening.